Okay. We're going to go ahead and start. All right, let me sneak by crisscross applesauce. Do your bottom check. In the past, we have talked about using text features to help us figure out what type of text we're reading, right? And this is our nonfiction text feature chart. Actually, I think I'm going to do this. And we know a text is nonfiction if it has one of these things on this list, yes or no? No, it has to have what?
A bunch.
A bunch. A bunch. And what are some of our text features? They have what?
Titles and headings, large text, small text, normal text, bold text,
Italicized. And remember, pretend you're italicized. What would you do? You're kind of slanted, right? Yep.
underlined text,
And what did I add?
highlighted text.
Highlighted text. We know nonfiction text features have, they have what?
Real pictures.
With what?
Captions.
They have what?
Accurate drawings.
Accurate drawing. So it might not be a real picture, but it's a drawing that would look like a real picture or depict real facts like a picture would, right? And those might have captions too. And we also know some nonfiction text features do what? Let's read it together.
State facts or
Real, true information. Oops, I probably should have this on, shouldn't I? Is it on now?
Yeah.
Okay. We know nonfiction text features use what?
Clear and precise language.
Yes, clear and precise language. We know nonfiction text features might.
Give concrete examples.
And what does concrete mean? Tell.
Strong.
Hard, strong, solid, right? And also what?
Are about a topic or
Oh, some friends are reading too fast.
are about a topic or a subject.
Okay, I have some friends that aren't even looking. Right now, you might not be able to read the words that are up here, but I should see all eyes. All eyes. I'm waiting, all eyes. We also, after we did some of this, we realized some nonfiction texts have what? Phonetic pronunciations in parentheses, right? So those are the big long words that if people don't know how to say them, they look at the phonetic pronunciation and they're able to say them. We have been using nonfiction texts to help us become better information writers, haven't we? And, you know, some of you, let me see what I have here, make sure I'm, some of you have, well, we'll get to this. All right, so we have been using nonfiction text to help us become better information writers. And I'm going to kind of go back to this that we read last week. And we knew this was nonfiction because it had some of those things. Call out some of the things that, some of the features it has. Tell.
Labels.
Labels,
Highlighted
text, headings, bold. Well, this is bold. Title, real pictures. Yes, it's got, and it tells what? True factual information. So do we kind of think this is a nonfiction text, or are we pretty sure, based on its features, it's nonfiction? Pretty sure it's a nonfiction text. Well, when I read this, I thought about so many different things. And we know, eyes on me right now, I know you're listening when I see your eyes, Rocco. We know that good readers do what? Tell. They think about what? About what they're reading. They make connections in their brains when they read. So when I read this time to you, our purpose is for you to listen to what I'm thinking as I read it. Okay? So our time this time for reading is not for you to share, it's for you to listen to what's going on where? In my brain. Do you know what's going on in my brain right now?
No. Thinking.
Now, do you know? You don't know unless I what?
Say it.
Unless I tell you. So I'm going to let you in my brain. All right, so we're going to go through and I'm going to read this. Again, a couple pages. Meet the insects. We can find insects all around the globe. Insects can be lots of shapes, sizes, and colors. There are more insects than any other kind of animal. How can you tell if a bug is an insect? Read on to find out. Over here. The body of an insect. All insects have 6 legs and 3 body parts. Insects have no bones. The outside of an insect's body is hard. It protects the insect's body. Most insects have antennae and wings. So here we've got a picture, and it's got labeled parts. It's got antenna, head, thorax, abdomen. Insect senses. Insects use their senses to find food. A fly smells with its antennas. It tastes with its feet. That's why flies like to land on food. Insects do not see the same way as we do. Many insects have more than 2 eyes. A grasshopper has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. We're just listening right now. Fun insect facts. Some ants can lift 30 times their own weight. This ant lifts a leaf. A dragonfly can fly up to 60 miles an hour. Termites build big mounds. They can be up to 30 feet high. Insects are amazing. So now I'm going to kind of go back and let you know what's going on in my brain as I read this story. And I start out with, you know, the introduction, meet the insects. This author is kind of helping me see insects in a different light. It's saying meet the insects. Now I'm making some connections. I know when I meet someone new, I usually go up and, you know, shake their hand and say, "Hi, my name is Mrs. Scallon, how are you?" And I introduce myself. I never thought about meeting insects kind of in a formal way. Whenever I would see insects around, I might scream and stomp them and kill them. But the way this author says, meet the insects, and then down here at the bottom it says, how can you tell if a bug is an insect? Read on to find out. It's kind of making me think a little bit more. Go ahead and come on in.
Oh, no, I'm standing in front of your camera.
No, you're fine. It's kind of making me think about, maybe I need to learn a little bit more about insects. And this author has set that purpose. Stop and look and listen. Learn more about insects. I like the way, when I look at this, you know, here in this first section, the author has set a purpose for me to stop and pay attention and look more closely to bugs and not be so mean, really. Because is it nice to see a bug and squash it? No, it's not. I like the way the author also, look up here, the body of an insect. That tells me I'm going to learn about all the different parts of an insect. I guess I never realized insects had different body parts. I mean, I knew they did, but I guess I didn't know what they were called. I guess they would just talk about the legs and the eyes and the head. But here it talks about main body parts, the head, the thorax, the abdomen. And I get to wonder, the head. Well, the insects' heads are like our heads. We have eyes on our head. The thorax. I don't know, I'm wondering, what does the thorax of an insect include in relation to my body? Is it like the neck and the shoulders? If I was a bug, would this be my thorax or my chest? I know we have an abdomen, and our abdomen is our belly in that area. So it just gets me thinking about what part of a bug, if I was a bug, What part of my body would be the head? What part of my body would be the thorax? And the thorax is the one that makes me most confused. I know where my abdomen is. So I wonder, is the insect's lungs, or the way it breathes in its thorax? Do you understand what I mean? I'm kind of making some connections between me and insects. Good readers think about what they're reading about. Saying any Johnny Bonnie. I like how this author has big pictures. You know, if I were to see this bug all of a sudden on my shoulder, I would probably scream and shoo it off. But when I look at it like this, it's pretty interesting to see. It's pretty amazing. It's bright colors. It's got bumpy parts on its leg. It's got like thin hairs on its legs. I never realized insects had such fine details before. Over here, insect and senses. When I read this page, a fly smells with its antenna. So that helps me understand why, you know, bugs' antenna, they're moving. They're always moving. I wonder if that means that's when they go. If I smell something, you know, I get a whiff, I might. Maybe when a bug's doing that, it's like it's going like me. You know? You see how I mean, just my mind just kind of gets carried away when I learn new information. And when it said it tastes with its feet, well, I know we taste with our tongues. So that makes me think, or helps me understand why bugs like to fly around food and land on food. Because when they're landing on food, what are they doing? Tasting. So good readers think about what they're reading. They make connections. Zane. After reading this, after really reading this and thinking about this, I have a new appreciation for insects. I don't know that I will squash an insect the next time I see it. Instead, you know what I might do? I might try and find its head and abdomen, or head and thorax and abdomen. I know at the very least, if I don't pick it up and examine it, because if it's a really scary looking insect, I probably won't pick it up and look at it. But I know at least I won't squash it anymore. Because this author has given me a new appreciation for insects, and that they truly are amazing. Now, I know some of you, actually all of us, we have been using books as a resource to write some informational pieces, right? These look familiar? Oh, whose page was that? Okay, what I want you to do, you know, I went through and I read this book, and there were some pages that really stood out to me. This page with the picture really stood out to me. The introduction really stood out to me because it made me want to learn more about insects. What I want you to do this time, I'm going to give you your book back, Peter. I don't want you to worry about the writing page. I want you to put the writing page at your seat. But what I do want you to do is I want you to look through your book, and I want you to find a page that makes you want to read or learn more about your topic. Find one page, or maybe one picture, or one something that makes you go, I want to learn more about this. Does that make sense? What pages made me want to learn more about insects? Piper, what pages? This one because of the what? And the what? What do we call these? Tal, what do we call these? Labels. This page, and also that introduction. I want you to find one page that makes you want to read more or learn more about your topic. Once you have found the one page, you're going to come back up here and sit on the carpet. Is this a time for you to talk with a friend? This is a time for you to talk with yourself where? In your brain. It's a time for you to think about what you're learning and what you're thinking and why. Does that make sense? Any questions? Okay, so when you come up to the carpet, you're going to keep your page at your seat. You're going to bring your book up to the carpet with the page that has inspired you or made you want to learn more. So, Willow, Piper, Maddie, Bria, Audric, Kylie, Lotzi, the right book. Okay. Peter, Zane, Gavin, Abby, Delaney, Reese, Preston, who's not here. So I have some friends that are up here. Whose is this? Okay. Okay, then think about what you need to do. You must not have been here when we did this, and you two must not have done that. So I'm going to have you guys come over here. I don't have it. Does she have yours back there? Okay, that's right. Come here. Come here, guys. Once you find your page, just go sit up on the carpet with your finger in your page. Okay, you guys are going to think about something that you... just hold on. You know what? I may pick a few. Is there a book here that you think might pique your interest? Ponies or the weather? Are you looking for the weather? You know what? Actually, I'm going to take that one because I want, hold on. I don't think I'm going to have you do that one. I'm going to have you pick from, back up just a titch. Pick from what's on the ground. Pick from what's on the ground. There it is. You know what, did you want that one? Okay, go find a page that inspires you. I don't want you to pick this one because it has a lot of different things. And I want you to pick something like one topic. Like tigers, ponies, weather, trains, sloth. Manatee, planets. What do you think? Pick one from down here. Once you found your page, go sit up on the carpet. Go sit up, put your finger in your page and go sit on the carpet. Don't bring it to me. Okay. Okay, remember what I said, you're going to sit up on the carpet. We're not sharing. You're going to put your finger in your page and you're going to wait. Find a page that inspires you, that makes you want to learn more about your topic. As you're sitting up on the carpet, I want you to think, why does this page inspire me? What about it inspires you? What does it make you think of? What do you think the author's trying to tell you? Why does this page want to make you learn more? You know, what has the author done to get you interested? What features has the author used to make you go, oh, just think. You're thinking these things. We're going to share, but you're thinking right now.
Listen to my question. What two letters did you write? S-H. Okay. What sound did those two letters make?
I get those
Good. Now, two letters.
Logan, find a page that you like, that you think is interesting. Put your finger in it and come and sit up on the carpet.
What two letters did you write? See? What sound did you write? What sound did they make? Now I want you to write two letters that say.
Okay, we're gonna share some. I'm gonna call some friends up here to share. But I need your eyes on me because I need you listening. So my question to you, your hand is down right now, Reese. My question to you was find a page that makes you want to learn more. So when you come and put your book up here, you're going to say, this page makes me want to learn more because. So you have to think about maybe what the author's done, what text features the author has used that have made you want to learn more on that page, or what information the author has given that makes you want to learn more on that page, or what questions you've asked in your brain after you read that page that makes you want to learn more. Does that make sense? Is this tough stuff? It's tough to think. You're having a conversation kind of with that book when you think this deep about the book. You read it and that book is speaking to you, and then you think about it and you're kind of interacting or speaking back to the book. And it's tough to have a conversation with something that doesn't talk, isn't it? But that conversation comes with where you what? Where you think, yes. Who thinks they can come up and share the page they've chosen and why? Audrey, bring yours up here. So right now, turn your books over in your lap, because I want your eyes on Audric. I was going to call you Roderick. I want your eyes on Audric, and I want you giving him respect as he shares. And you know what, Audric? Read this first. Big loud book. You know what? Let me do this.
There are
Start with, you got to read all parts.
flying high. There are seatbelts, but no steering wheel. There is no gas pedal. Where are we? Where are we? Are in the cockpit of an airplane.
So, Audric, tell us what you're thinking as you read this page. Big loud voice and turn and talk to your friends. I'm thinking.
About what all these buttons do.
Oh. Okay, what else?
And why do they have so many buttons?
Okay. What text features has the author used to get you interested in this? So answer in a sentence. You said, I'm wondering what all these buttons are and why there are so many. What text feature did the author use to get you interested in that or wondering about that? But what is that? What is this right here? What of a cockpit?
An airplane?
Of an airplane, but what is it? Look here. It's a what?
Real picture?
Yeah, so the author used a real picture. That's one text feature it used. Anything else? Was there anything that the author said that got you wondering, or was it all just in the picture?
Something else I wanted to know was why don't you have a steering wheel in an airplane?
Oh, because it says there are seatbelts but no steering wheel. So you're wondering why? What else do you wonder? If there's no steering wheel, do you wonder?
There's no gas pedal.
There's no gas pedal.
What?
How does it what?
How does it go?
How does it go? And in cars we use steering wheels to do what? What do we use steering wheels in cars to do? Which means to what? So what do you wonder about?
How do they turn?
I mean, don't you kind of wonder that? I mean, isn't that kind of what you're saying? Why is there no steering wheel and how do they turn? Nice job. Nice job having a conversation with that text. Hang on to that and put it back. So you know what, I guess we gotta take it off rather. Who else wants to share their page, what they're thinking and why they're thinking that? You know what, Audric, you call on a friend. Okay, turn your books over. Big loud voice. I've got to move it up here. You know what? Actually, I'll point. You look up there and read, and I'll point.
Clouds are made of drops of water so small they float.
Keep reading.
These clouds look heavy and gray. Can you hear the wind blow? Winds back and forth on branches. What's happening? Wild, wonderful, stormy weather.
You see it? Is it? Here, come up here and look. Come there. Big loud voice.
Let's say it first.
What if like outside?
Okay, so as you read this, what are you thinking about? What does the author do? What features does the author use to get you interested to want to learn more? Your books are over, your eyes are on Willow.
It sounds like WH, but it's just a W, okay?
Big loud voice.
The author helps me think about how the raindrops get so small.
So how does the author make you think about how the raindrops get so small and how they float? What did the author show or what did the author say?
Clouds are made of drops of water so small they float.
So that helps you understand that water floats because the droplets are so small and they form clouds. Do you want to learn more after reading this page? And what more? So what questions does your brain ask after you read this page?
Questions my friend asked is,
Okay, now we have Mac went to the shop.
two windmills?
You work in yours. Zach. Zach, does that sound right? Read it to me
What
again.
does it make you wonder about? This is hard stuff.
And to the shed.
What do you want to know more about?
Mac went.
So how do clouds make the raindrops so small? Okay. Anything else? What text features did the author use that got you interested in wanting to learn more? So the author used real pictures to help you kind of want to learn more about that topic? All right. One more friend. You pick one more friend. Put your hair. Pick 3, 2, 1. All right, Peter, bring your book up. Take yours back. Turn your books over because you're going to get to share with your partner in just a second. Uh-oh. Not for you. Nope.
Let's just use it here.
All right, so Peter, you know what? I want you to look on the board and read. Big loud voice. Oh, big loud voice.
Sentence together, you ready?
It's gotcha. You just got to talk louder.
It's just Mac.
An ant.
Into the shop.
Can you hear him? Louder. Come on, Peter. I know you can yell. Talk louder than that. Keep going.
An ant's colony lives in a nest. Most ants build nests on the ground. An ant nest is full.
Full. So look, we have some captions. What does it say?
Build.
Oops, bull. Bulldog ant inside a tunnel. Up here, this says what? Underground ant nest. Here's a label, it's pointing to a what? And here's another label, it's pointing to a what? Room. All right, Peter. What? Oh, no, we're just going to stop right here because this was my direction. What on this page did the author do that made you want to learn more about ants? Or what do you want to learn more about ants? What questions pop into your brain as you read this page? So, you're wondering what happens if the queen ant moves anywhere? Okay, so what do you mean what happens? What happens to what? Okay, what on this page made you wonder about the queen ant and what happens to her if she moves? Are you using some schema that you already have about ants? Do you already know something about ants? Yes or no? Okay, so you have some prior knowledge or some schema about ants. Right now I don't want you to worry about this. I want you to stand here and I want you to listen to the questions that I'm asking and I want you to answer the questions that I'm asking. Okay? So you already have some schema about ants. And then after you read this page and saw all the tunnels and rooms, look at me. Look at me. Then do you wonder what happens if the queen moves? Okay, so you might have to read on to find out. Or you might have to do some more research to find out. What features, what nonfiction features did the author use to get you curious about ants? The author used, so answer me in a sentence. The author used, do you not know what I mean by text features? Remember our chart? Text features. Did the author use titles or headings or large text? Did the author use real pictures to get you curious on this page? Did the author use labels? Did the author use definitions or italicized text or clear, precise language? What did the author use on this page? What text feature did the author use to get you curious or thinking about ants? The ant colony lives in a nest. That got you interested? Okay, because nest, I don't know about you, when I think of nest, I think of a bird's nest. Did you ever think a nest could be underground? So precise language like nest, and then also it has what? Does it have a picture that shows an ant's nest? All right. Tell you what I want you to do. Go back and sit down here and take this. What I want you to do with your carpet partner, I need your eyes on me. Put your books down. Turn them over. Partner 2 is going to start. So look at me. Partner 2 is going to start. You're going to say, this page makes me want to learn more about rainforest homes because, and you're going to tell your partner why your page you chose makes you want to learn more about your topic. Then you're going to talk about what, hands are down for just 1 second, I need you listening. Then you're going to talk about what text features the author used to help you become interested. When partner 2 is done, they're going to close their book, and then it's going to be partner 1's turn to tell. Any questions? Yes. If you already went, you get to just listen to your partner, and you can maybe ask your partner some questions. Do you see how I asked friends questions that were up here? You can be the teacher and ask your partner questions. Any other questions? Which partner's going first? Tell me. 2. So partner 1, I know you're listening if your eyes are where? On your partner. If you're kind of leaning in and you're probably nodding or you're looking down at the page, show your partner that you're interested and that you're listening. If your partner's not listening, whose job is it to get them to listen? Tell me. It's your job to get your partner to listen. Okay? Go.
Peter, do you have a partner? Peter, do you have a partner?
When you come, Logan's your partner. You've already had a turn. Logan's your partner, so Logan gets to tell you. Well, you know what? Turn. And then this page got you interested. Why is this page interesting to you? So this page is interesting to me because... So you liked this page because of the pictures. And it shows a cub. What do you think of cubs? They do look like kitties. It makes you almost kind of want to go up and go, oh, kitty, doesn't it? Do you think you should do that to a cub? What might happen? Well, when your cat gets mad, your cat smacks you in the face. Is that what you said? So if you were playing with this cub, what would this cat do? Would it smack you in the face? Oh, yeah. I love how you explain. You might not be able to read what's on here. Hold on. You might not be able to read what's on here, but the author got you interested just by using the what? The pictures. Very good. Good job. What are some things you maybe want to learn about cubs? Peter, sit up. Why do they look like kitties? I'll tell you what you can do now. You read the rest of this to him. Okay? Read the rest of this if you need to. Okay, I don't see your eyes on her. Then what should you ask her? Can you maybe rephrase the question? You could ask her some questions. Well, tell me what you're thinking about.
And I've seen it, I know what to do.
So then you should ask her, what do I want you to do right now?
They kind of just stand there.
What's your job to explain right now? Why
what text features did the author give you?
What text features did the author use to make you interested in this page? Remember our text features? And look, here's our text features. Titles, headings, large text, small text, real pictures, highlighted text. What's text features? Look at that. That says here. So you need to be asking her questions to get her to answer if she doesn't know. It's your turn to be a teacher if that happens. I'm going to give you this, but it stays here. You're listening and talking. Hands in the air if both friends have had a chance to share. Okay? I'm going to give you a few more minutes. So if partner 1 hasn't had a chance to share, switch so partner 1 can share right now.
Alexis.
Audrey will listen to share his. I wonder that too. Hands up in the air if everyone's had a chance to share even just a little bit. All right. Hands down. Eyes here. You know what you just did? You just had a conversation with the book. Did you ever realize you can have a conversation with a book? Every time you read, look at me. Books are down. Close your book, just put it in your lap. Every time you read, I expect you to have a conversation with the book. The book talks to you when you what? Read. You talk back to the book when you what? When you what? Think. Yes, when you think. And you are amazing thinkers. Okay, the next time we get together, we're going to talk more about our writing with these books. So what I want you to do is go get your paper, put it back in your book, bring your book up here and set it in a pile, and then we're going to move on to workstation, seat work, reading groups. Go. He doesn't have a paper yet. So, you know what, Logan? I will put your name on this book.